Welcome back to the channel. My name's Brad, SuperCoach Pro. I just realised as I was about to go live too that we've still got one more game, of course, for the Collingwood v Melbourne game. But the scores around the ground, pretty much your projected's almost it, barring rookies in your side. Bit of mixed feelings about the games this week, and in terms of what to do with trades, especially the later in the season, makes it a little bit more confusing. So this week, I'll get into the comments in a sec when they do start filtering through. You can already see CWT says fuck Twitter. Yeah, I don't blame you, mate, honestly. I saw the post about sometimes when you're hot on some trades and you get talked out of them, it's a little bit tricky because you just got to go over your gut a lot of the time, and there's things that we see and we're like, oh shit, we probably shouldn't do that. But yeah. Oh man, I don't know. Last week I bought in Shannon Neal, so if it's anything to go by, I feel like every week you do something stupid and then other weeks you just have a really good run at it and you're fine. And yeah, there's always one that will pull up on you, and I don't know, just got to go over your gut feeling, I suppose. But yeah, it's like bringing in Shannon Neal. No one was talking about him, and I decided to use a bit of a cash play and did shit all. So Cheese says Baby Bombers, fire. I was actually going for the Bombers tonight. I've got no love for Carlton, unfortunately. But this was my trades. I'm sure you guys saw on Twitter anyway. And, I bought in Millsy, went early. I didn't really care about the risk bullshit. And I suppose this is the thing coming down to Twitter. It's like people can try to talk you out of a Mills situation, go, yep, he's not on the bubble. I was like, fuck, I don't know. I just got to send it. And even the rookies out of Clark and Pedler, you just don't know. Like, no one knows which rookie is actually going to score more. And if you did, you're winning SuperCoach every week. And then Bailey Dale, I like to pick from the get-go when I was asked about him in the round 5, round 6 about Dale. I was always pretty keen on starting him or Richards, and I only went Richards first. Getting rid of Trainer, I felt like it was a must. He's just been playing a lot of wing. Marshall at flex, he made his money from the TDK play. TDK looked amazing. Goldstein looked so shit tonight. I don't know what your thoughts are about the game, but Clark, for a guy that scored 70, he stuffed up a few times, but he's only a kid. So, and then, Marek outscored him. Sorry, Clark outscored Marek, and that Marek role is so dead. If anyone's still got Marek, he's a trade in my view. That Chera hit was bullshit too. That is so dog. Anyway, I don't really want to get into the political side of AFL system and how it works. Like, even Stewart, I'm a little bit of a fence sitter for the Stewart call. I'm actually not on one side or the other. I can see both sides for the case, but that Durham one v Chera was, why the hell didn't they take Chera off immediately? Like, why do Carlton have a free playbook at this? And then he does get looked at, and that's absolute shit. And I've got Chera, mind you, on my SuperCoach, so I don't think I've been biased here. And then beyond that, like, the MRR are so inconsistent. Mills gets a week. Now, I don't really care about which player in particular, but then Stewart gets off. Different scenarios, yeah, sure. But at the same point, it's like there's so many similarities to situations. It's like it almost is impacted on if they're subbed out of the game. It's actually impact of actually how the player finishes the game and whatnot. And it's almost irrelevant on the actual situation. So it's confusing for me as a fan of the AFL. And the other thing that's really giving me shits is still the amount of calls that umpires aren't calling are more frustrating than the ones that they do call. Like running the ball over the line, how are people getting away with that shit is beyond me. So I'm not really going to go into scores because it's not really a team review. But another one was Sheezel. So I'll get into the comments. I'm sure they're going fire at the moment because we're on 1.2k almost of subs here. So Sheezel's another one. Like, he'll probably give me 70 in the week after, but you just got to upgrade your team around these players. You can't sideways too much. Like, I sideways my flex in Romo, but then Sheezel had a really, really shit first half, like awful. And then he goes 137. So you kind of can't, like, bank on anything happening. It's like that's why I don't really go early on Twitter because I don't want to look like an idiot. Only purely based because I got a fucking channel too. So nothing worse than me going early and I've got a channel and I'm saying all this stuff and then it comes to fruition where they actually bounce back. So I'm really hesitant to pull the trigger. Merrett is actually the most frustrating pick out of my side. I don't know if anyone else is a Merrett owner. Merrett, that role is so dead for SuperCoach. People ask me, should I bring him in? I actually hate that pick. I actually hate him more than Warner because I paid up for Merrett. Cherry looked good. I think that hit definitely, I don't know, knocked him about. Like he had bugger all time in that second quarter anyway, and he just crawled to that score. And Carwell, for 420 or 430K last week, he was a really good pick. And Sherry, again, he had a really weird half with Flinny Boy and then bathed him in the last half. Like, I try not to look at scores and whatnot, but it's hard not to see him on Twitter when people post them. And then all of a sudden he's gone 153 here. And this is the thing we were talking about last night is he's just a safe C. So I've had to change my trades on the fly. I was originally trading out Gorn, so if in group chats I haven't updated you about what I'm doing, I literally play it almost game by game, hence why there's no preview from me. I didn't want to show the trades on Twitter last week when Twitter was showing everyone's trades, and I brought in Shannon Neal, so he tweaked an ankle. So I don't get everything right. No one does, honestly. It's so hard to predict. Caleb Daniels probably the one that actually annoyed me a couple of weeks ago, almost a month ago now. I'm not playing any high horse rankle bullshit here. But this was probably the one scenario that pissed me off the most out of all the players. Like, the role was always there for Daniel, and he drops a Brisbane 51, and Brisbane are a tough opposition, so I didn't really give a shit about this, but everyone traded him out anyway, so this is not a drive-by, mind you. Like, I'm sure a lot of my mates don't have Daniel on in group chats and stuff because they got rid of him and wanted to upgrade him, but I feel like he was more of an obvious hold than some of these other holds. And then I missed out on Sheldrick, of course, but at least I got Hewitt. But Sheldrick looks better than Warner at this point. I don't know what the hell's going on there. So I'm going to have to hold him. He's made some bank. I started with him. I don't think I ever traded him out either. Other than that, I'm actually missing a few primos this weekend. So like you guys, I'm probably, I think, 5 short, but Baz screws me over as well. So I've got Clark on the bench, Brayshaw on the bench, Bolton. Who was the other one? Sinclair. So maybe just 4, but Baz Olenka made it 5. So currently tracking for... It feels weird not doing a Sunday Rage Trade segment. I'll get into the comments in a second, but I think I'm tracking, hurry up, 1765. So we're already doing better than last week, and we've still got Petrarca, Lindsay, and Gorn. So we should get to about 2034. So if you're going to ask me about projected now, it's probably almost about right. Just to get over 2000 this week would be really nice for my side. After the buys, I don't really care. I know I should come home strong. So we'll get into a little bit of chat. I'm on a limited time here because, Bubs is cracking the absolute you-know-what. So, we've got 50 people in the house right now because it's a public holiday tomorrow. So, forget to... What was I going to say? Don't set your alarm. Corey, I had TDK in 20 minutes before the game. Went Martin so happy with his last quarter. Yeah, very nice. I mean, TDK was a good pick anyway. I think people were probably thrown out of the picture with the ruckman that was named potentially. Goldie is awful. They need to drop Goldie. Goldie's a hard watch. All he does is actually push the opponent out the way. He is so cooked. Killing rank 270, projected 1918. Expected to drop rank. I'd assume so potentially. Yep. Geez, wait, you actually didn't go through no Gorn. Yeah, I can't remember why I bailed out on this last minute. I had to keep Gorn actually to get rid of Neil's score, cheese, and it made me hold Lindsay instead. I think was the play because originally I was going to get rid of Gorn to use his money. So that's the reason why I didn't get rid of him in the end. I always forget to add people. Update if I'm going through a chat and I've done something different. And I'm not trying to hide shit. I just sometimes forget. Jeez, send me give me get rid of Gorn. Oh God, I only did it because of Shannon Neal scored a 25. Cheese, I actually forgot that I sent you that screenshot. So, well, to be fair, a lot of people trade out Gorn because they think his run is going to be like a 110 average from here on out, which is highly possible with the matchups he's got. The Joker. I wanted to get McKercher today with all the talks he was playing down back. Yeah, definitely should have done that one. Even Cheese was keen on that. And yeah, there's so many ifs in this game, but sometimes we just got to send it. Oh no. Corzo Johnson going to be the rookie of the week, another round 16 player to come in. Potentially, how about that Hugh Jackson from Port Adelaide, though? James Merrett, so annoying to trade him in. Yeah, he's an awful M8 now. CWT, TDK and Hewitt were mostly obvious picks, and I started to listen to people on Twitter. Yeah, I am a clown. I just need a red nose and some big ass shoes. Man. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you just got to back your gut, though, like, and not listen to any of the Twitter shit either. It is hard because I've definitely not backed my gut this season by reading shit on Twitter too. So, but yeah, I'm accountable for my trades. No one presses my trades for me, so I do get what you mean though. Joker, I wanted to get McKercher today. I feel like did that come through twice? Don't tell me I'm tripping. Down back, but getting bonds in this week stuffed me up, so I couldn't move up the money. Yeah, that makes sense. So that's the reason I didn't go for bond. It was only because the money personally screwed my side. But look, the bond's going to be a great pick regardless. So if I ever write something and you don't like it, it's what works for my side is generally what I'm posting. Corey, great debuts for Caldwell and Martin this week. Very well done, mate. JCR, Cheese was nowhere in the first half and came good with his role. Yeah, so I already read out a little bit special. So if you're typing mistakes and stuff, I'll read it out like Will Ferrell and Anchorman. Like I'll literally read what you say. Corey, Flinders, 13-point half. God. 67 half time. Yeah. I don't know how that happens in SuperCoach too. Like, or as a player just on field, like, how do you go from a 67 to a 13 second half? It's crazy that you can go missing on a pitch for an hour. Oh, well. As long as he's not your R2, that's fine. Bella was originally going to go Levi to Cripps. I was actually going to go Cripps as well. I was looking at Cripps heavily, and then I bailed out of that. And I've forgotten why. Instead of went Marshall to DDK. That's a good move. Happy with that. Change 1913 with Dacos and Petrarca to play tomorrow, ranked just 3.5k outside of. Yep, nice, mate. Nice, very good. Causa Clarko has to drop Fisher for sure. Hopefully. Nugget, honestly, going to have to trade out Whitfield and Merrett. Sick of this position change BS. Yeah, I think Merrett is actually almost a trade, and I'm not really hot on trading up Primos. You guys already know this. Rookie coach, what's going on, mate? How are we, mate? Yeah, very good. I'm different solo. I feel like I'm a little bit more filtered. I miss my my Nighthawk. Jonas, people traded Daniel because he was playing so shit. He played one game that was shit. Role is erroring. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was playing so shit. Yeah, I tend to disagree with this one. I reckon he was doing his role of just distributing. We've seen these players like they're literally not defensively mindful at all, but they'll take kickouts. Aaron Hall, etc. There's multiple backmen. So if you're saying 80s is scoring shits for a guy you paid, how much was Caleb Daniel at 269? And he's like averaging, he'd be close to averaging top 10 in your forward line. I think this was just more of a shit, let's move him on. Whereas Marek actually made sense to move on. Daniel didn't. It wasn't like, Daniel came up to a fucking wing. But that's not a swipe. That's just my take on the Daniel situation. That's the only thing I'm actually like, yeah, whatever about. Kanga MC. Thoughts on Wick Jackson as flex or downgrading? Jackson at flex is probably more viable than a ruck at flex. Like, it just gives you a little bit more room to play with because you can chuck him in your forward line as opposed to a TDK. But you probably don't need a TDK if you have a Cherry and a Gorn, to be honest. But you can see I got rid of Marshall at flex to bring in cash. So Clarkey scoring did he go up a point? 71, even freaking better. Cool. What else happened in my side? Merrett 81, Kaiwa 102, Chera 109. Chera's a good one too. Chera one annoyed me a little bit too. People jumped off Chera because an 80 against Adelaide and then an 80. What did he do? He went down to the back line because of all those injuries, and then everyone's like, oh shit, back-to-back 80, he's done. Whereas Merrett actually looks done. Like, Merrett's role is actually dead, consistently dead, as opposed to Chera, who was just got blitzed by Adelaide Oval and then had to play it back in that last quarter and touch it once and went out in the full. So I think there's different scenarios. And I think you got to, before you trade out these players, I think you actually got to watch the game instead of asking some content creator what you think of this trade. Because if you're telling them on a piece of paper this X, Y, and Z trade, and they didn't watch the game either, they're just going to look at the score. So I think it's better off to look at the free kicks against. And if you look at, I'll give you a perfect example on this shit. You click on the player, and this is what I always do. Like, I don't actually read what anyone else tells me about the player. So if I've missed a game, I'll check his statistics. I'll check out how many free kicks against, and then his DE, which is disposal efficiency, which I can barely say. And then I'll get to give me a direction on a player I've got in my current side. So it's under fantasy stats. So those 80s, you wouldn't have known maybe it was the St Kilda game actually that I'm thinking about, that he had to move down back. I think it was. Somebody confirm. Anyway, sometimes I look at the free kicks against why their scores are so bad, or and just work out why there's a bit of a dip. But watching the game fucking helps. Like, easy to look at a score and go, oh, no, he's out of my side because I was away this weekend and he scored back-to-back 80s. So, like, makes no sense to me. And saying that, this is the guy that traded bloody Trainer instead of Reed. So, that was the biggest annoying thing in my whole entire SuperCoach season so far. The points I could have had. 2034 this week. Last week was a shit show. I can't even remember what I scored. I think I scored 1765 last week and still did a live. Corey, I'm on 1984 with Gorn left and one score to take. Surely everyone's already got their captains done too. Surely. Who was it? There's a map at. Yeah, again, don't listen to people in the freaking chats about rookies. Just go with your gut on this. Yeah, I don't know. Pedler, 150k was what threw me off for Pedler. For my side anyway. Like, I'd rather pay minimal. I got Day Wicks there, but he's literally just going to be my loop at 99k. Like, I don't care how much money he makes. Clark actually needed a decent guy that I thought would score okay, and he had a 97 against Richmond. Of course, it was Cheese. That's funny as, actually, if that's true. Jonas, geez, my bench has every dud rookie I can think of. Yeah, mine's pretty cooked too. I've got freaking Huswaite. Got roped into that by my own doing, though. Taken. What two would you get rid of? Merrett, Rankin, McRae, or Shy? Oh, jeez. I wouldn't be getting rid of McRae now. Surely he's back next week. Shy's actually got a good role in the midfield. Probably Merrett and Rankin, but again, I'd rather upgrade my side before any of those questions. But Merrett and Rankin would be my pick. That's probably going to be unpopular, but I just think Rankin's playing so much time forward. And Merritt's role is back pocket half the time, and then he's half forward flank. I'm just so confused. Anyway. Cheese, I generally didn't like it. What's this for about? He was selling the first game. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's about that rookie. Sorry, but let's go into call bullshit on this. Go look at your players and look at your forward line. It's about Caleb Daniel. I don't mind having a debate tonight. I'm not really much of a debater because I can't be fucked. But I mean, I was even looking at Jessica Cameron, and then the rain hit, of course, and my brain cells just went down. Don't do that, Brad. You're gonna hate that, aren't you? Just go Mills early. So, of course, it's stuck into Richmond. I don't even know how that happened. Dion Pressley is going to be a huge question this week, isn't he? Not for me, though. I'm pretty sure they're on the bye next week anyway. But 80s is fine for forward line, cheese, is my point. Hurry up, SuperCoach. Why is it getting being absolutely flooded? Oh, my God. Somebody give me new internet. Like, he's literally the highest scorer this week, but he did play West Coast. But he's not even that bad as a pick. Sure, he's no Bailey Smith, but after this week, he'll surely be about top 10. Yeah. I might go into the kitchen if this is going to be this slow. It's going to piss me off. Let's go to the kitchen. This is lagging hard. All right. Come with me, chat, as we still haven't figured out that this internet is shit. Waiting for those frozen emojis. Where are we? Excuse me. Anyway, can't believe we're talking about Caleb Daniel on a Sunday night. Oh, computer, go fuck yourself, honestly. Maybe I'll turn off my phone. This always happens. Every time. Anyway, let's try this now. Oh my God, just press refresh, Brad. It's just me. Is Telstra, was Optus cooking me, or is it everybody's SuperCoach app? Because this is actually struggling right now. Oh my God. Gotta do it all over again. How did Grundy outscore Cherry this week too? Please don't ask me about Sam Taylor. So, let's average it out again. All it needed was a refresh. Oh, come on, screen. What the fuck? All right, I'm about to lose it. I'm just going to go back into the comments while this takes 2027 so I can actually look at it. Caleb Daniel's awful and Owner got kissed tonight. Nah, I disagree. Have a look at where he is after the week. He's fine. He's a fine. If Sheezel's going to play forward and midfield, everyone would be trading him in. Jim, thoughts on trading out Warner and Merrett? I'd only do this if my team was fully upgraded because I've got to hold both of them because they're not. I'd do it if I also had like 12 trades after this week. Jonas Brady was ages ago. Daniel was getting kicks. Oh, nah, I don't care. He's still like for the forward line. Who else are you going to pick? Literally, like, who the fuck are you going to pick? You're going to tell me you're going to pick Thilthorpe here? McRae's been dead for 3 weeks. Luke Jackson's too expensive. Nick Martin got the DPP, round, whatever it was, 6 or whatever. Or was it 12? I can't remember now. Caleb Daniel's literally sitting at 11. So, honestly, go fuck yourself. He's literally sitting at average 93. Like, what do you expect? If you don't got the big dogs, he's an F6. And he's currently feeling like he's a better pick than Chad Warner and fucking Rankin. So, I disagree because you can literally see him sitting at 11th. For the forward line is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, but whatever. Come on. Oh, my God. Common sense. Don't get me nuts. I don't know if you're just baiting me now. Oh, shit. No, I'm not even projected anything close to that, so you would kill me. 2034 I'm projected for, but yeah, so you're going to kill it. Had 135 on my bench as a non-scorer. I don't think you'll be able to guess who. Jeez, how do you get a 135 on your bench? Probably will be able to guess who. I'll just unfilter this shit. 135. Please tell me you had the emergency on him. How do you have a 135? Oh, no way. You had Darcy Ford on your bench. That's actually wild, man. Jeez, you were okay with trading out Roberts in his 80s, but different. So, So listen here. Jeez, I couldn't trade out Roberts in the end because I already showed you my trades, but the backline is so much more points to grab. Like, Roberts is nowhere near the top 6 or top 8. He's at least the forward line players. A lot of those guys can't afford to grab a Jacko, a Nick Martin, all the big dogs in your forward line. Whereas there's a lot of backline teams that have literally Lockie Ash, Whitfield shut the bed at the moment, Sinclair, Clark, in comparison. So there's like so much points more lost in the back line than what there is in the forward line in any given week, because these other forward line players can match an 80 any given week with a Rankin or a Chad Warner. Whereas your defenders, the big dogs, it's rare that they drop an 80. They're normally going 130, 140 and cooking you. Your forward line, not really doing that unless your name's Jackson and Martin. Apart from that, the other guys drop out stinkers too. So I think in the forward line, you can have a guy that's averaging 90s, but in the back line, you certainly can't. That's my take on that. Cook me, cheese. But that's my, I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys surely can't think that you can take. I didn't realize my mic was so far away. That you can take Rob. Like, I hate Roberts. Roberts can probably stay there at D6 or D7 because I can't trade him out now because I was going to use Gorn's money to do that. But then the tide changed. I had to change my plans. But I fucking hate Roberts right now. Yeah, Merrett's shit though. I'm sick of watching Merrett. Merrett got tagged. Chimpota, was it, or some other bold prick? I can't remember. But Hunter, that's a Godaz little thumbnail too. Thanks, mate. I love footy, but I can't watch my boys. Winds me up too much. Yeah, I'm already wound up now on this stream. There's 100 people in chat. Bills, thoughts on Docherty, McKercher, and TDK? What did Doc get tonight? He passed the eye test. Again, I haven't looked at the scores. I only looked at my particular players, but the role looks there for Docherty. The role's there for McKercher, and TDK is just TDK. He's a good pick, honestly. I don't know. I don't know if I want him as my flex because I will have Mills as flex, and I can probably grab Butters instead of a TDK potentially. I just don't like a lot of ruckman in your flex for later on in the season. You can't fuck around with swapping your players around. If that makes any sense, not sure. Corey, it was a St Kilda game when McGovern and Cowan got injured. He was on 50 at halftime in that game too. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. People were very reactionary about that game after that, so that gave me shits. Wizard King, this guy's a Geelong supporter, isn't he? I'm pretty sure, Wizard King. Merrett and Whitfield are certainly frauds. So if I'm keeping one, I'm probably actually keeping Whitfield because Merrett, he just sucks at the moment. You should ask Kai Broom about all the games. He knows it all. I was a refreshing fan every 5 seconds. Yeah, I don't do it. I'll be honest. I used to do this shit. Used to so bad. I used to be obsessed with it, and that's why I reckon I just got worse because I just used to overthink about it. So I don't fucking look at it anymore. I'd rather watch the game for what it is. Josh McKercher with the saviour to get our 23rd primo. And that's how desperate we are with our team. Some of them, he looked really good though, and the role's there. Again, do I trust Clarko though? Fuck, probably not. Bills, McKercher is going to be in my team next week. Probably the most traded in player next week, I reckon, McKercher. Okay, Bills boys and TDK. TDK is good, of course. He's break even about 90 something, so he's probably a buy next week, especially because he's already had his buy. Josh, Bills boys, are you concerned with TDK's run after West Coast? Looks bad. It's TDK though. He's been scoring well, pretty well all year. Bills, Josh, when you have Goldie, Goldie's a shit pick. I mean, the guy's like 40 million years old. bargain hunting can pay off, but at the same time with Goldie, it's just, we knew what you were going to get when you got grabbed Goldie, I suppose. Like, Docherty's different. At least the role's there for Docherty. Goldie, I didn't even know he was still on the list. That's how well. I don't even know. I just think Goldie wasn't the play, but I mean, mid-season draft, sure you would have thought the Dons would have picked up somebody, but they've got, what is their ruck lineup like anyway? He can't fucking play. He's got to be dropped. If I'm an Essendon fan, there's no point rucking him anymore. Like, you're not making finals, are you? Essendon ruck. Shit thing is Draper's done. Brian's done. Sure, you give one of these guys a go. Isn't this the Vistini brother of the Port Adelaide guy? No idea about, I don't even know how you say it, Kale and Blakeston. I'm pretty sure that's a mid-season draft player, but surely there's 36 teams that have those players, that player. Surely one of these guys get a gig because he's done. 68, that's dog shit. I'd get rid of Goldstein if I had him. Does Hippo still have Goldstein, by the way? Max, flag dons if you talk shit about us. Don't know ball half a team, and we should have won. Yeah. Fair enough. I actually like Essendon, so I'm not really talking shit. It's not really that. I just don't like Goldie in your side. I think he just makes you guys go backwards. But, I mean, fuck, I like the rest of your side. What's his name look good? Clarkey look good. Daniel, wow, what a week. Don't know if it's just me or everyone, but wow, my score is in the mud this week. That was me last week, Daniel. Let's see, Mongrels, what's par? I have no idea what par is. 1950, no idea. I'm predicting 1986 with only 18 available. I'm predicted 2008. I'd say maybe 1950. Exactly what I actually just said, Bills boys as well. What's your favorite workouts? I actually do full body workouts, to be honest, and Uber Eats. Max, Zach is fine. He plays half back. Yeah, but he's not fine for SuperCoach though. Like, he's a good player, don't get me wrong, but there's just no point fucking fielding him in my midfield at the moment. It's Scott, Max. It's Scott. It's not literally Merrett. It's Scott going, all right, we give the young guys the CBA role. Like, fuck, he's killing me. Merrett was a good pick. I'm trying to chill. I'm just getting I don't know, just getting fired up. All right, Maxie. I need rookie coaching here to chill me out. Daniel's Pigeons. Feels like I'm going well. Yeah, okay. So you got projected for 2040. Yeah, it might be a captain choice there. Darcy 4 on the pine. That's wild. Correct. Have Cherry and TDK, so I missed out. Dude, that's a good freaking cash cow, honestly. Matthew, I got Darcy 4, almost traded him to the guy that didn't get the points. Let me see. Got nice. Yeah, the cash-in's a good thing for Clark, but like all these rookies are pretty shit for cash-in at the moment. They're either getting dropped or injured. Max Whitfield can go, thanks. I don't blame you, mate. It's fucking annoying. Jackson, Merrett's role is hard to watch as an owner since round 9. Yeah, honestly, it's a role that's shit. Like, Merrett is not a shit player, just to clarify. Brad, you never fucking listen. Daniel was playing so shit. Traded him out 5 weeks ago. He was butchering it by foot. Oh, yeah, he's fine now. No, you just hold those guys, though. Like, what did you get him to? And is your side fully complete? Because the only way I'm trading out these guys is if I know there's a 20-point difference between one player to the next, but at his price of 440, I wasn't going to jump 200K on his head to give him to somebody else. Like, I do listen. I'm just saying this is just a dumb trade. I don't actually remember who trades him out, by the way. So if I ever mention a single player that I think was a stupid trade out, it's not specifically at somebody. All my friends could have Daniel and another player, and I'd still say it. Oh, anyway. she's finally beaten the glorified Bailey-Dale allegations. Yeah, it looks like he has, honestly. It's actually, funny how he has one half of that was totally shit and he looks so bad. And then next minute he actually goes nuts and finishes like a 130 something. DB95, McKercher went down back because Coleman got injured. I'm pretty sure McKercher was playing down back the whole entire time. Unless I was watching tennis. Somebody confirm with me. Corey, I would prefer Daniel over Roberts for sure with Blakey there. Yeah. Too many mouths to feed in that back line, I guess, as well. For Roberts now with Mills back too. What did I do with Mills? Daniel, I hate Roberts as well. Don't get me started on that. Matthew, I think the non-Daniel owners are just salty, to be honest. Low-key, probably, but I don't want to stir him up any further because I just can't be fucked with it anymore. I'm done talking about Caleb Daniel, but probably. JCR, I was salty about Reed scoring nuts. Like, we all do it. Every time he scored a ton, I was like, oh my God, people getting kissed. But that's just SuperCoach. Like, we can't see every good thing and to make that happen to our sides. Like, Held Trainer was punching out 30s and 40s and Reed's going 100. No one needs to upgrade their D6. The only way he was getting stopped was doing a hammy. So I was probably a salty non-Reed owner. So I definitely feel the pain for the people that got to trade him back in or something as a cheap D6. Cheap F6 for helmet head. I went Roberts to Dale as he was out. Yep, another good trade. Got Caldwell and Clark as well. So good week of trades. Yeah, hell yeah, that's what you want. Doc 107. That's a role I like. It's literally a good role. Anyway, I think he's the guy I don't mind paying $400K for as Docherty because he's got mid in defense. It's now set up cheese, I reckon. Oh God, this is gonna get funny. Rod Todd, Jonas, the helmet in the house. I love helmet man. Salty over what, Matthew? And the guy that got lucky that she's got moved out again. Sit down, little bro. Oh shit. Josh, people are forgetting that she's was still averaging decent in the same role as back in the last year. Yeah, also true. Fuck. I think I should pivot this to not a debating closure now because I think I've got everyone riled up in the chat and there's 100 of you. So give us a like for this debating, take a piss on stream. It's not normally like this, but to be honest, but I think this is my fault actually. I've started it right here. Jonas, it's Pedro. Oh, jeez. Pedro. I'm going to call him instead. I can't believe I read that out. Jonas, I'm going to be... I'm not reading any more comments you write out if you read that shit. I'm going to get canned. Matthew, bro, chill. I'm just taking the mic. Literally. Just a game. Literally. I can't believe I read that out. Man, this is why I need rookie coach to be the host because at least he can read. Max, DB95 in Croc, mate. He played there all day. That's what I thought it was McKercher as well. I'm pretty sure he played there the whole time, not just because Comben was there, because Comben is a key position player and McKercher's a distributor. So, no, totally different role. Josh, North will look a lot better with she's in the middle and Clarko's brain dead. He actually does look good in the middle. Rod, when did you always just... Jackson says miss out on Sheldrick McAuliffe. Look, I don't think there's anything about missing out on McAuliffe. McAuliffe was a hard one. He was like 287K. Like if you take a punt, wouldn't you take on Erasmus next week if you really wanted to get a rookie that you thought would score well? Or probably McCarthy gets named next week, you'd think. McKercher, he's probably the play, but again, he's 397K next week, so depends if you want to pay up. Rod, don't be angry about it, bro. Geez, it's not just a game. I have 50K on the line, Mickey. I already cashed the check you're done. This is getting funnier, honestly. 140 plus. I don't know who 140 plus is for. Mills or McKercher? Shit, I don't even know. Probably Mills for the price after his buy was McKercher's going to be an extra 40 grand. I'm just waiting for stupid things like, what about Sam Taylor? What about Tom Atkins sort of chat? Yeah, I'd probably go Mills. Matthew Don's got close tonight. Jesus, okay, bud. I'm glad you guys remember what teams everyone goes for because it's fucking funny when that happens. But George Hill might be my best pod ever. Did the Cardwell as well before he got injured. What? Did have Cardwell as your pod before he got injured? Yeah, that's wild. Had Bowie as well. Was on a roll with those 3 picks. Yeah, that's wild, honestly. Anyway, now you're attacking my team. Literally crying. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is the thing. I'm just talking about random players. I don't actually mean it to be at anybody, so whatever. It's pretty funny. This is so funny. Matthew was rooting for you guys. Boy, but Mills versus McKercher. I just think Mills just. But McKercher's DPP, so it might sweeten the deal. Cheese likewise for Max. I think Hippo traded him. Oh, thank goodness for that. Shoy, yeah, he's dead pick. Pigeons. Nas or Cripps. I was going to go Cripps this week as well. I had to look at him. But my trades changed over the weekend entirely. Definitely Nas for sure. Nas would pour Sinclair into the mids for the season. I think that's fine, honestly. Nas is 507k next week. Josh, the Essendon rookie. How many percent am I on here? 1 hour left. I'm going to have to charge me. Go back into the other room and charge my laptop, I reckon. Essendon rookie Johnson really passed the eye test. That's the good thing about that. Let's go into the other room now that my connection's gotten better. Anyway, I think I've routed the chat. It wasn't my aim tonight, so apologies if anyone's actually getting offended or shitty. But anyway, give us a like for the stream. Essendon rookie. What did Johnson even get? I know I can look, but I just can't be bothered. Jeez, you were talking crap in that group chat before. Keep the same energy, little bro. You're not that guy, pal. I just like talking a little bit of shit and then leaving. I sort of like just sort of a little bit of baiting. Jeez, I like to light a fire and then just let it run out and see what happens and then say it wasn't me. Not in a toxic way, just in a funny way, to be funny. It's good fun. Corey, Hippo does have Goldie from the last video. Surely he's traded him out. Corey, surely. Is Merrett bad? Or is Brad playing wrong? I think the latter. I think he's just playing him wrong, honestly. Shana, how can you not like cheese? You get this question every stream, I reckon, on any channel. Geez, Merrett was probably play back until the defenders are back. Yeah, okay. Merrett will probably play back until the defenders are back. So if you have him, you just got to hold. Okay, noted, because you're the Essendon man, so that's a good insight. I'm probably going to hold him anyway because I've got no choice. Rookie can jump on. Okay, yeah, actually. I'll send you a link, mate. If you're still awake, there's a shit ton to get through. I can't remember how to remember to send a link. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, that's how you do it again. Just going to send you this link on Twitter, man, because it's not the same without you. Oh, jeez. Oh, please be logged in still. Let's go on to my messages. Bear with me, chat. Just going to invite Rookie in. I don't know who's still awake, but then it makes sense because there's no work tomorrow. All right, Rookie, sending you a link. Maybe you can read it for me so I don't get bloody canned from reading out Jonas's comments like I do. Jeez, I can't believe I said that on stream. I don't know if I'm actually going to get this video approved. Anyway. I can't remember where we were now. Having a look through here. What was the last fucking thing? No, we've been past this. God, you guys are spamming hard. Not in a bad way, spamming hard, but we're past that. This is where we were. Sorry, fuck. All right, you guys are just smashing it out here. Jackson went from 21.78 projected to 19.35. This is why I say projections are irrelevant. Sorry for the scrolling. I had to find it. Scott playing him wrong. I agree, Rod, as well. 100%. Darren's hey champ me. Hey champ as well. What's going on, Dazza? Can I call you Dazza? Well, good. Merrett will get Mullen tagged next week. Oh, that's going to be so annoying. People are going to pick up Merrett for 480. I'm so sick of the tag as well. Like, the tag's annoying as for SuperCoach, but yeah, whatever. Boiper, next week I'm not picking number one mids unless they have equal to second split. Yeah, that's actually so true. I just had to process the whole thing. I guess it's the guys that aren't getting tagged. Like Carwell's not going to get tagged. Hewitt's doing the tagging if he wanted to. Brayshaw, it's going on with the Sarong and whatnot. So let's add the man himself just to keep me in line because I just get too rowdy. So welcome, how you going?
Going good, mate. Yourself?
Oh, better that you override rookie coach. I've been getting the crowd riled up, and then I was like, oh shit.
I've seen.
I might have pissed them off.
Yeah, you're definitely starting some fires.
How's your scores looking so I can divert from this fire?
Good question, actually. Good question. I've been out all night, so I haven't really caught up. Currently sitting on 1926 with Dacos, Gorn, Track, and Lindsay to play.
Yeah, shit. So what's the projected 2-1?
Something 2-1, 91.
Whoa. Guess who's going to be top 1K?
Yeah, no. I'll probably get back to where I was last week.
Oh, at least it's better than going down, that's for sure. Did you see any of the game tonight with Zach Johnson?
No.
No, I didn't even. So many young Essendon heads in there that I didn't even recognise who Johnson was. So they're talking about Johnson. I watched the whole entire game and I can't even tell you who he is because I was watching Clark.
Yeah, I checked in briefly at halftime, I think. And I saw TDK on like 81 and I was like, yeah, sick.
Did you get him?
No, I didn't. But I was thinking about Ghosty.
He brought him in, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he brought him in.
Yeah, nice. Hawksy says, hey, Brad, can't join tonight. Already got no idea what to do. What? Need Butters, don't know how. Trades running low, might be 22 primos. I'm sure we can find a way to get Butters in. Like, he's break-even 94, so it doesn't even matter if you don't get him next week. He'll just go up a little bit, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think everyone's like screaming that he's a must-have, but like break-even 94, I don't think it's as highly likely that we're going to be getting a must-have where now we have McKirch's come up and all these cheaper options on the horizon like Mills.
Yeah,
like
literally.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd go McKirch just because if everyone's going to go value route now, I might just play the opposite and grab a Nas next week and try to go crazy while they go cheap. I don't know. I'll just see the percentage and play it.
I mean, the last score I remember checking was the North and West Coast game, and I remember seeing Sherry doing well. It's like, cool, that's my VC. And then Sheezel was spudding it up, and then I checked in after, and then Sheezel ended up at like 137. I'm like, what happened? What changed?
Literally.
I'm not complaining, but like, what?
I don't know. It's just like he stopped being so long on the bench. Like he was there for an eternity, it felt. And then all of a sudden,
12 minutes at one point.
I actually thought he was almost injured. I thought maybe there's an injury here because he's fucked. And then, he just went through the middle of the ground and was at orders of the stoppages, and they just actually used him in transition. So, yeah, I don't know if he actually deserved the 130, but I'll take it. Like, considering everyone's death riding him at the moment that don't own him, I'm happy that he went well because, like, that's why I don't go early on post and say things because sometimes it just bites you on the ass and these players go well. So I try to avoid it a lot.
I agree.
Max, chat to Luke Jackson and Whitfield to Ash. Do you think that's too sideways if he hasn't finished his side, Rook?
Luke Jackson and Whitfield. Ugh.
So he's going Chad to Luke Jackson and Whitfield to Lockie Ash because the roles, I'd assume.
Nah, you're gonna get stuck with trades if you do that.
You're going to be fielding Lindsay at M8?
Yeah, 100%. Like Levi's your 23rd if you didn't trade him out.
Literally, that's what I think. Shano, hope you finished the week well, mate. Yeah, same. I think you're going to actually smash me this week, so I think we'll have good weeks, but you're definitely better considering the position you're in and the rankings you'll move up.
I fucking needed after a 1600 score last week.
I did know better. I got a 1765 last week, and I actually watched a few channels, and not many of them actually got 1800 anyway. So for content land, it was actually pretty shit.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. This is why you don't listen to us, guys. We don't know what we're talking about.
Wow. Yeah. Half the time.
Half the time. Especially if you tune into After Dark.
Yeah, After Dark's my favourite because I get to talk less Supercoach and more shit.
Yeah, I heard you before. You're like, I feel like I have to filter myself. I'm like, yeah, because it's not your channel. And you just say whatever you want because you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, literally. But then I read out Jonas's comments and my video is going to get
monetized.
What?
Maybe it's my turn to go nuts because I'm on your channel now. Maybe I can make it as impossible to not get monetized on this, hey?
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine. I said to him, so it won't be too long, but it fucking always ends up being crazy shit. And then next minute, she's like, she didn't believe me that I had a sneaky drink on stream the other night.
She didn't believe you. Well,
because
all you have to do is go back and watch it now.
I literally showed her, and then she reckons I look like a serial killer with those sunnies, as I said in Twitter as well.
Well, that's one way you can look at it.
Raymond says McKercher was taking kick-ins. Hardiman lost out today. Everyone thought Hardiman was a must-have rookie too, but I just think must-haves are a load of shit, in my opinion.
I think must-haves is just a really easy term that's been thrown around this season. I don't think anyone's been a must-have, and like it's only people getting FOMO. Like must-have is just equaling FOMO. That's literally it. There's no correlation. People thought Bont was a must-have. He's been outscored by how many players this week?
Yeah, a few. Definitely a few, but yeah. I don't want to route them up. I've already routed people up that I haven't.
No, it's my turn. If you bought in Bont, you know, I got a bone to pick with you, and it's on Brad's channel, so.
Oh, no. I already remembered a few of my good friends in chats have Bont, and I said that Bont thing, and I was like, oh my God, I actually forgot they had them in that site, so I was just trying to bait, but it was to the wrong people, I think.
That's right. I've seen a comment there from good old Roddy. There are socks around, mate. Calm down.
Yeah, they're mostly pretty stiff. Darren says, sorry, champ, hit the wrong button. McKercher only scored good against Tigs and Eagles. I think you still can trust him just because of the role, not because of the opposition. What are your thoughts on McKercher?
I'd probably want to go. I saw a little bit of it. I'd want to watch the second half just to check, but by all means, from what I've seen stat-wise, and I'd want to look at the heat map to make sure that it's the role. Like, I don't think we could really base anything else anymore outside of role. Like, because everything changes when it's not role. You have so many other variables that kick in. The role looks good. If that's the role, and there's all this word about the role sticking for the rest of the season at North, it's really hard to pass up because it is value. It is hard. I feel like the question you've had, I've seen a few times now, is that, oh, do you go Mills or do you go McKercher?
Like, Mills because he's proven.
I think that Mills is probably less prone to being stuffed around versus a McKercher.
Yeah, and Mills isn't going to play anything but halfback or CBAs really. Like when he gets the tank, you'd think, but I'm not worried about Mills as much as some for me. That's for sure. But McKercher's going to be 397. That's the only talking point. Is before the round is 313. That's the issue with that.
Yeah.
I did it. They all wanted you on, so lucky I sent you a link. It's been so long, I actually forgot how to send a link.
The Lone Ranger. Almost misspoke. Lone Ranger. Well, I got a Red Bull. Fucking
Yeah, literally.
Fucking late.
That's a big one too. Is that a 473 mil?
Yep, sure is. How did you know that? Put down to the 3.
I work in a warehouse that does confectionery, like all sorts of Smiths, Red Bull, all sorts of stuff. So
Oh.
I know my snacks really well now.
I like that. Secondhand knowledge.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
I figured out why Jonas is cut about the Daniel trade. He makes sense of it now. He's saying in his side specifically, he goes, round 9, traded Daniel 459k and SSP to Cherry and Huswaite. That's why he's salty. But this is the thing. This is what it's not really a Jonas side thing. I just meant the majority probably went from like a Daniel to a, I don't know, fucking Rankin or something like that. Not so much a big dog.
Yeah, if you went from like Daniel to Rankin, I think you definitely lost out there. But a Daniel to Sherry, I think, is fine. Like, I don't think that stings as much. Like, I mean, I was by all means trading at Daniel, and then the other injuries of that round, whatever happened, and it was like, cool, I need to hold him now.
Yeah.
And it's working
That
out.
was just,
That's just luck. That's just getting kissed.
yeah.
That's literally all it is.
Yeah, nah. I think in SuperCoach you definitely get kissed a lot with certain things. Like I wouldn't call it kissed against Richmond, but I knew Mills would score well because Richmond are a shit team. So you can call it kiss, but you can call it also smarts because like Richmond is such a bad side that you knew he was going to accumulate. His tog was bad the week before.
Yeah.
It was just more you're banking on him not to get injured. But Jonas, your trades for that are perfect, right? I wasn't targeting you specifically, so you can put your tampon back in. Have you looked at Docherty? Because the role was that. Sorry.
No, go.
Just I'm going to say, have you looked at Doc? Have a look at Doc on the tape. He actually played halfback again tonight, and he'll be around 400k, and I think he's got defence and mid status.
Ooh. Have a look. Nah, I just got mid.
Really? Just mid? Bullshit.
Just mid.
Wow. Why did I think he had defence? And maybe I'm thinking McKercher. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, I think McKercher's got DPP. But yeah, Doc's just a mid. Yeah, he'll be around, 400k. I don't mind it.
Probably doesn't make
I think there's
sense to get him then, does it? Unless it's flex.
Yes, it's going to be one of those things though. It's like you've got Doc's like he's done it before, and we know what can be achieved. But is it going to stick at Carlton? Whereas we probably not that we can ever throw confidence to the coaches when they say shit. Usually they said Gray would stay in the team with Bolter back, and that didn't work. Like we can't really trust coaches what they say. So, I mean, what happens if we come back next week and Kirch has got a different role now? You know, and everyone gets fucking burnt by that.
Literally, this comment's actually quite funny. This is starting fires or what? Anderson's going to enjoy the week off after that hit from Stewart.
Yep, it was a big hit.
Yeah, I don't know why I wanted to start a fire, but speaking of which, because he's Tom Shooter, probably should have got a week.
No, it was a fair hit. Play on. Cup of cement and suit him up.
I'm only saying that because you're a Cats man and that's your doppelganger. That's the only reason I'm saying that.
It'd be funny.
Yeah. I actually do love the helmet man. Maybe it's because I can relate to him.
You guys see eye to eye, literally.
Yeah, that's why I got a lot of love for him. They're all giving me shit about helmet man, but watch him get a 60 next week, and then they're going to come for me. But that's fine. I like again. Spot fires are funny.
Yeah. Well, he's going to go up now in price anyway. So worst thing is you hold him on until he maxes out a price again, and then you move on from him. As a luxury trade.
Yeah. That's what shit me about Merrett is like this whole time I was under this stupid illusion that he was a keeper as F6. So I thought, oh yeah, I only got 2 more upgrades to do. But in hindsight, it was fucking 3 because Mini decided to butcher the role that's been sticking for 11 weeks or whatever it was.
And now Dwar or whatever his bloody name is that Marek situation all over again. Deep rookie, has the role, but he's probably getting moved out from McCarthy, you'd imagine.
I thought, yeah, that's what I'm hearing too. But it's so hard to read. Like maybe he just shares the back line with him. But again, I'm not a West Coast supporter. But I don't even think any of the supporters bases know because like no one would have known from Richmond that Gray was going to completely be dropped with Bolter coming back. I actually thought maybe a trainer would go, but I still wasn't confident enough in Uze's words to back Gray in, and I'm a Tigers man. But now he's done a knee injury, he's cooked.
Yep, just pretty much this. It sums up the whole season.
Yep. Darren says, is Flyer to Johnson and Lindsay to Butters okay for next week? Yeah. I don't know who. Oh, Flynn. Oh my God, this is why you read. Wow.
I like not having to read comments. This is fun.
Not fun for me because I think those are fine trades. I can't really tell you about rookies now though. Like I'm a little bit scared to say on that rookie, and then they just like Pedler. Pedler was 150k, and this week the only good rookie was really Clark or Dua, however you say it. But he was 150k and a break even of 30, so it wasn't one I could really recommend at the elevated price. But him or Pedler, maybe the DPP was the guy you pick because he's played every game just about, I think, as well, Dua.
Yeah, it's just again, it's just one of those ones where there's a sudden role shift that we don't expect. Like we didn't expect Merrett to have that role shift, and we probably didn't expect Dua to pick up that role.
Yeah.
So anyway, but no, it's fun. Watching you read is like I'm sitting in on a special ed class, and you're at the front of the classroom reading. That's
why I read only half the words, because sometimes A, they haven't typed right, and B, I don't read. So Causery has gone. Was getting Sheldrick when it was 160k, couldn't do it because of Holmes. Yeah, it's stiff when you're like, this is another point, is like you're just 3 or 4k short or something that really pisses you off of a trade that it's so obvious to do. So then the next trade isn't obvious at all.
Agreed.
They're just talking about helmets again. Can confirm. I tried to do a sneaky one and everyone heard it. So again, I'm not going to hold him in. So if you hear him, that's exactly what it was.
Mind you, guys, there has been times where me and Brad have done a stream, and then literally as soon as we finish going live, we'll just be talking, and he just lets it go. No shame.
Literally.
And then talks through it as if it never happened.
Oh, the voice notes are even worse.
Oh, yeah. Don't get me started on the voice notes.
Causa says Abs talked about Atkins on his trade video. I was looking at someone who's consistent. He said, maybe at flex. Is that what he's talking about, Causa? Because, maybe he's talking about, I didn't see that video, so maybe he's talking about a flex position. He'd be a bit expensive, though, Atkins would, you'd think. I think I had him in draft last year.
No, he's been good. He's been good. Like, he's one of those, it feels like it's the weird picks this season that have worked out. Like everyone's just too busy going for the headliners and the big name primos or whatever, but it's these weird odd picks like an Atkins that just outdo everyone, like over the season.
Yeah, that you wouldn't think that they're more draft relevant and they're just consistent for that reason, and you just don't even think about them.
Yeah, for sure.
JCR, poor cheese man. Stiff in my fast. What are your thoughts on Edwin Allen? I think that's a Collingwood player at about 224.
Yeah, I think that's a Colin. Yeah. I don't know. He's 249. Has to go up again. I don't think he can go there. Like, he might as well just pay up and get a Mills or a Kircher.
I'd actually rather go Erasmus after his bye, because Collingwood have their bye next week.
Do we trust it, though?
I think Erasmus will actually do exactly like Sheldrick's doing.
Okay. If I get him in and he shits the bed, I'm coming for you.
Oh, everyone's coming for me for different things before. I mean, like I called Bice D6. I like to say shit instead of the crowd, but I've said multiple shit things. So I'm actually just a bit of a tease.
You are a tease.
Can confirm. Yeah, we've established this that I won't hold in. Rod Adams is buying up his team this year. It's hard though, because sometimes with the players he was looking at, the role had changed or something he saw that we didn't change. So it makes sense to the person that has the team. Like, it's so hard to really know what people are thinking with their sides. Like, how do I know that Reed was the guy to hold over Trainer? That burns me every time I fucking think of it. Like shit like that. Like, you just don't know.
Yeah. And
Did
yeah,
you blow up
trading
your
a
team
Reed.
last year?
Oh yeah, of course I did. 100% I blew up my team last year. I can't remember in like a particular move that I did that killed it, but I know I made many sideways trades last year that were pointless and meant nothing.
I think I have for the last couple of years. This year I haven't as much, but yeah, certainly. Yeah, certainly can relate. Maybe like blowing up some trades. Like Neil was an absolute blinder last week. Like, that was the stupidest thing I've done all year.
Yeah, you always have to have one of those though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The thing, at least everyone remember it.
Well, that's the thing is you've now got it on permanent record.
Yeah. Boy, but next year, sorry, not next week. I've no idea what's going on for this one. Do you know what that comment was in regards to? No.
I'm sure I could put the puzzle together, but no, not gonna.
It goes too fast.
Oh, for you, I know it's a bit fast for you, mate. It's all right. You can do this. Remember your vows.
I actually don't know. I'm pretty sure that A-E-I-O-U. A-E-I-O-U. I think they are. That's what they are.
The fact you just had a break in between those two, there was this little bit of like uncertainty.
I run a SuperCoach channel, not an English channel. If you come here for an English channel, you're in the wrong. Actually, I noticed on my analytics that there is like a 3% that watch from a different country, and I'm confused if they're trying to get English lessons. It's not the place for it.
Yeah, you just have all these other people from other countries talking like you. Fuck, that'd be shocking.
They would probably get mugged.
They would be the ones doing the mugging. Let's be real. They're talking like you.
Hey, what are you talking about? Scapegoat says, I'm an Essendon fan and never saw Reed's big source come and traded him out early too. My biggest SC fuck up this year. That and bringing in Dylan Moore. So I had to laugh at that last bit because I'm pretty sure I've seen a few people do the Dylan Moore thing, eh?
I considered it too. Glad I never did it. And I also considered Amon at the start of the season. It wouldn't have panned out too poorly like the first 8 rounds, but those what ifs could have been very detrimental to the team.
Yeah, I know Bingham brought in Moore, and he was so annoyed about that in the chats. I thought, yeah, that's stiff because he was so cheap, and I understood why people went there. Johnson tonight scored 84. That's an Essendon rookie, but how many of them do you want on your side? Because you just can't trust Scott.
Yeah. Yep.
So 90% of the time, captaining Cherry works every time.
Legit though.
Such a good
like
movie.
we've seen some good spike scores this week. I mean, what you had Holmes, Green, Sheezel. I'd say Dunkley is probably a spike game for him for a ceiling 120. He got Sherry, Daniel. There's some good scores.
Yeah, bloody oath. There's some. I think there are a lot of common players as well. Thesis written. I don't care, brother. You know, I hate Caleb Daniel whether he was a bad trade out or not. It doesn't bother me. Just making all the fun of the helmet. It's funny because like 2 minutes prior to going on stream, he was like, maybe I should bring in Daniel back. So I was kind of just whining everybody.
You're just there. You just
yeah, just fucking just baiting.
the
like,
traps.
I just love, to set the traps, and it's so funny. I get bored sometimes, and I wasn't going to go on stream, but Yaz asked me if I was going on stream. You know what? I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll go on stream.
Yeah, because I got home and like settled in. I was like, oh, probably go to bed. And I see you're on. I'm like, oh, I'll see what this cunt's doing. And then, and then all this stuff. And you start making all these comments like, oh, if Rookie was here, I'm like, oh, I could get on.
I assume no one has work tomorrow. If you got work tomorrow, quit your job.
Yeah, exactly.
You're probably the most traded in player next week, you'd think, for mid-pricer for McKercher.
Yeah, and it's purely just because Mills is on the bye. If they were both off buys, it'd be an interesting split. But maybe people make plays to get both, and that's how they finish their team.
I think you will see that. I think you will see a lot of mid-prices to finish off their team, especially for D6. I think Mills will be a lot of D6s, and maybe McKercher becomes someone's flex.
Mm.
Taylor's a shit pick. I don't
Boom.
like Taylor. He's a key position player. You wouldn't go Taylor, would you?
Oh God, no. No. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, when he has spike games, he has spike games, but it's not every week.
He'll back it up with a 30.
Yep.
I'm looking for the game tomorrow as well. Like, I do like a Monday game, especially when it's a public holiday. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, what time is it? 3:20 tomorrow. Wish it was a bit earlier, to be honest.
Yeah. So do I, actually. Like, a 1 o'clock one would be nice.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
This was a trap card here. I remember this last weekend.
Bills.
Jeez, I need to remember. Oh my God, Monday's the day off. That makes me so aroused. Yeah, I thought I'd jump on the stream because like tomorrow lockout would be done on the Monday evening, and then 2 days later we'll have team sheets.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those quick turnaround weeks where as content creators, we've got to smash out some pretty quick content, but you also get to know team sheets sooner, but less time to make trades, so you kind of have to know what you're doing.
I still don't, because as Cheese saw before, like I was trading out Gorn yesterday, and then next minute today I'm not. So, yeah.
I'm still trying to, like, I know my plan was always Nas this coming week to get him off his bye.
Yep.
I don't know if I pivot off that. Like, there's probably, I see a lot of people getting the FOMO on Butters just because he had a spike game and now has a 90-odd break even. I still think you have to get Nas. I still think he's the best traded.
Nas is a 70 break even. The only thing for Nas is he scored a 99 against Dogs when he played him this year. Whereas Port Adelaide, who did Port Adelaide have again? Is it Melbourne?
They got Melbourne. Yeah, it's so hard.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 call. I bet you the one we don't pick goes 150 and goes up 30K.
I reckon. Yep. That's usually how it goes.
JCR, thanks for the stream, mate. Always a good crack. I actually threw this word. I think Craig. I think it's actually no shit. I'm not even baiting you here. It's in Ireland.
I don't believe you.
I forgot what it actually stands for. Have you heard this one before?
No.
Google it. I've actually gone blank here, but I'm pretty sure it means like I've gone blank. I'll Google it and I'll come back to you. It actually means something.
You tell me to Google something. I never trust them. Ever.
I'll do it now. Like you can't see any tabs open up there, can you?
I'm tempted to not tell you anything and just let you do it on stream.
I'm not sharing my screen on a different tab because my favorites are a bit wild. Anyway, I can't remember what it means now because I've gone blank and now I'm scared that I'll share the wrong page. I'll look it up later. Evening Aqua. He's probably going to say good morning to me in like 25 minutes.
100% he will.
Aqua, where's CWT? I have a mouth to sell him. Refading. Nah, everyone's accountable for their trades here, Aqua. Is that what he's trying to say?
Yeah, I think it's just typical SuperCoach community.
I think they're stirring each other. He's probably stirring him up anyway, so it's a bit of fun. So I know they're just taking the piss, but yeah, thank for that. But yeah, Max's Cherry is so good. I think he'll be top 6. You reckon he'll be top 6? I don't reckon he'll be top 6 at the end of the year.
I reckon he'll be top 10.
Ceiling's not there. Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely not top 6. I reckon maybe around the 12 mark.
Love how you are just getting absolutely cooked in the chat.
Am I? Are they still going nuts?
Well, Katie joined, so you can imagine how cooked
Oh,
you get.
no. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. She did not join the chat, did she? How far do I got to scroll down and see if I miss his comments? Oh, my God. Is that how far behind I am? You got to be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, you got to hurry up, bro. You got to read faster.
Bro, okay, shit. All right. Whoa. Everyone calm down. All right, give us a like for the stream. 104 of you spamming me. On your thing, can you actually click onto the comments yourself?
I can't highlight them though. I don't know if you can give me the permissions. Maybe. I don't
Remember
know.
when you ran my channel once, or twice when I died?
Yeah, it's been twice. It's not just once. It happened in my first half season, and then it was literally towards the start of this season. It happened again.
Oh shit. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Bill's boy says, is Harley Reid living up to the hype, Brad? McKercher looking like the better player. Yeah, McKercher better than Harley Reid. What do you reckon? Just to bait people?
I actually I do genuinely believe McKercher is a better player than Harley Reid.
Oh, I'll be honest. I think Harley Reid's got this. Like, to be honest. All right, I'll remember where we're up to. I just gonna say thank you. Where is he going? Yazza's in the house. No, I'm trying to get this comment on the screen. He says, love you, brother. Put this towards the sombrero.
You have to do it now. You imagine the stream where I've got my cowboy hat and you've got the sombrero. Top tier.
All right, I'll do it. Done. It's unreal. All right, thank you, Yaz. I appreciate it, mate. Funny story, rookie. The other week, I was up in Melbourne in an Airbnb, and I said to Yaz, I was like, "Oh, what are you doing, mate?" Caught up with him, and it was we were talking SuperCoach. It was fucking hilarious. Such a nice guy in person too. Not just saying it because the donation came through there, but it's actually nice to meet the community through SuperCoach and make new friends and whatnot. That's how I met yourself. So yeah, because he's got a dog as well, like Barchi, his name is. Fucking cutest dog, mate.
Yeah, I've seen the dog on Twitter. Very cute.
Yeah, so that was a bit of fun. So now I've lost where the actual comments were. I've got to scroll that far.
Your ADHD is fucking wild, bro. You derail every 5 seconds.
Yeah, I know. I literally cannot keep up. Anyway, I'll just go to a fucking random comment and read it from down there. I read ahead. That's why if you ever see me smiling at random shit, that's why. Have you figured that?
No, I know. I do the same thing.
It's hard not to. Reid just wants to chun. Asnock want to fight, doesn't he?
He does. He loves. It reminds me of a bit of a Butters, like a younger Butters. Just loves to get under the skin and just start fights.
Yeah, whereas Butters is too small to start fights, to be honest. Fair point about skipping Butters and Nas too.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I don't think I can grab Butters when I've got Nas 60k cheap. And then even then, like, do I make some play where I can try to get McKercher as well? Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to wait till lockout ends to know exactly how much cash I got to work with.
Yeah, that's fair. Jonas says Rod Todd. These guys go back and forth completely, don't they?
I've noticed that. You've got a big battle ahead of you, Rod Todd, if you're going up against Jonas.
Literally. I'm pretty sure he's aware of that. He says, I went Roberts to TDK, went early on Johnson, which is very lucky. I was wondering, depending on Gorn tomorrow, you'd approve him going Gorn and Levi to Butters and Nas. I'll keep Gorn. Shit. You're sort of getting 2 primos for a 1 primo and a half. It's not really a primo. He's not. Levi's not a primo, but that's what I was kind of doing as well with the Gorn money, is getting 2 primos out of the 1. So I actually think it's a good move. But yeah, it just depends if you want to get him back in your side again. It also depends what ruck you have left in your lines.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've got Gorn as my R2 at the moment, so I can't really facilitate getting him out and moving into anyone else. If he's your flex, though, and you're happy with TDK, sure.
Literally. Cheese having a swipe here.
When isn't he? He's basically a content creator with some of his bloody picks.
The voice notes are funnier than anything, or the barfing on a Sunday morning of like just vomit.
Well, the messages every Sunday. Oh, boys, I'm sideways.
I woke up, my cat's pissed on my clothes, and I'm like, I'm still vomiting, lads. So I'll talk to you in a couple of hours. So yeah, I had the best nap during West Coast and North game. That was such a shit game.
There you go.
I'm so confused. Sometimes you do watch your rookies the whole entire game, by the way. I was on Clark Watch all night.
That's what I mean. Sometimes you just so focus on certain players that you totally forget to look at others you might be interested in. And then you're like, oh, okay, cool, sweet. I have to watch that back now.
Yeah, literally. That's like the Johnson. I wasn't even watching Johnson. I was watching fucking Clark. Yeah, I agree with this comment as well. If I skip over him, it's because I tend to agree. Like Cherry's just a VC, and he ends up being a C anyway.
Dude, my fucking comment about Kirch being better than Harley's triggered a lot of people. It worked. They took it.
I'm not even going to scroll down. I'm too scared now. Bowie. Oh, Bowie's been shit lately too. I've seen Bowie. He definitely needs a saviour. I know Cheese is going to pick some wild picks this week. I'm actually looking forward to it because I don't got the balls to do what he's going to do. Dazza says, did it again. Champ Johnson was sold all night worth a punt, I think.
I love how many champs you get in the chat.
It's pretty good.
Started McKercher. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I zoned out. Did Shee's second half get the third leg up? What does this mean? Did Shee's second half get the third leg up? And about, oh my God, yes, it did. Yes, it definitely did. Ask me so. Brad, what's up with your mic? Is my mic coming through okay?
It's fine. It might just be the lights that's confusing Matthew.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm talking to a lightsaber. I actually do have a forklift license, do you?
I don't. Are you tall enough to ride on a forklift?
Wow, I actually had to think about that fucking question.
You need a step ladder to get on in the first place, mate. What are you talking about? Got a booster seat.
Yeah, just watch Shorty's goal kicking competition, you'll see.
Is he doing one this year?
No, I don't think he is, or else he would have invited me unless he hasn't. Buddy,
typically. And we see an upload like next week, and you're like, wow.
I would send everybody in the stream his address just for funsies if he did that.
Yeah, we'll go hunt down that territory.
You know what's the funniest thing? I generally actually did see a sock in the territory, one goal kicking competition. So that's what the funniest fucking thing was. And I'm not even joking. Yeah, I was saying bye to him as we walked up the stairs, and he opened his boot. I was like, "Oh, show us your territory before you go," because he'd just done it at the time, and there was no shit. I'm pretty sure I think it was a white sock, and I was like, "Oh, Shorty has a sock." And he goes, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, it's My Little Pony socks just in the boot. Nothing sus.
He showed me that fucking pony song. That was wild, Shorty. If he shows you the same song, you got to jump out the room because there's not a lot of room in his bedroom.
Yeah, if I end up getting on Shorty's channel, the cowboy hat's coming with me.
Brokeback Mountain style. He's going to bring in one as well.
Yeah. We're gonna step into that closet behind the camera.
How good? There's always someone on his stream that's like, close the cupboard door, Shorty.
It's Daniel. It's Daniel Green. He's a legend for us. But he always says it. I love it.
So good because I always forget who it is, and I'm like, fuck. Every time it's always coming through.
Yeah.
Is the tennis is on all year round? How much is dark? No, 400k.
He'll be around 400. Yeah, I think.
But again, we're not going there for it because he's a mid. I actually thought he was a mid defender, so I'm actually out of the dock pick. I didn't realise I'm special. Jackson says first he drops Anderson, and now you got him on the stream.
GG's. Yeah.
Love it. If Tom Short ever gets a suspension rookie coach, shouldn't be able to upload that week. That's wild.
That's all right. It means I get a couple of weeks off during the season.
Yeah, true. How about if you get arrested? The same shit.
It might be it'll be a weird take of like Hippo's channel where I do like an IRL channel from behind bars.
Jason says, seeing people complain about the way Stewie bummed hard enough, punch and dry ball. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Legit, Sculler Monster, punch rival.
A white claw even.
Yeah, White Claw. Change your name to Kyle.
I thought about it. Changing my name to Chad once.
It would
goes,
suit you.
Probably would. I still need to meet a Chad. What is this guy? Aqua says, are we potting Fort, McKercher and Doc next week, Brad? I'll probably think about it. Send you
That's
the
a
trades
cheese
on a Monday.
trade if I've ever seen one.
It literally is. He's going to copy and paste that down now. Rod's still going with this. Hewitt the GOAT. What? Higher averaging than Lockie Neal since I brought him in the twat 2 weeks ago. Is that actually true?
That's wild if it is.
Hewitt got a 92 last week and 85 this week. What did Neal get last week?
What did he get? I looked up Neil and I got your mate instead of Lockie.
No. They champs in Ben Keys.
Anyway.
You might be actually right. I don't reckon he's taking the Mickey. I still like Ben Keys at 397, as weird as that is. Double dummy. Brad typing the message slow, so that's why you can... Wow, I'm just getting shots fired at me tonight. I've never come here saying I'm an elite reader. You come here for the entertainment and stupidities and a little bit of SuperCoach or something like that.
Yeah, I just came in to get a front row seat to it, really.
Literally, I feel like that's... Maybe that's why people jump on, because they get a front row ticket for stupidity.
Yeah, you good value. Not bad, good size.
I remember that meme. Jason, what do you guys think of Hewitt tonight? Oh, I actually like Hewitt's game. Again, I didn't look at the scores yet, but I assume he did good. He looked everywhere. Wow.
He did look everywhere. That's right. Good observation.
It's almost midnight, right? I've been changing bottles.
You got
every
no
2-3
excuses,
hours.
mate. We've done so much worse on After Dark.
Yeah, I know, but it's just I've been so much baby things. I don't mind Hewitt over Butters, because Butters is Blues fixture probably a little bit more tempting than Port's fixture.
Hewitt's still got more cash to lose, though, I believe.
Wouldn't surprise me either.
Although it is a West Coast matchup. Ooh. Yeah, you kind of want to go.
Yeah, that's right.
Go
Jack
next
says,
week.
Yeah, that's even if his break even's high, you could probably go there because of the West Coast matchup. Exactly what you said.
Yep.
Good night, Jackson. He was sniffing a fart.
A lot here.
He was my D6 plan. I knew he was coming to bite me. I just love a good banter. I get this every time.
What a legend.
Literally. Yeah, thank you very much. I don't mean that in a bad way, of course. Causer says, nah, not too bad as a Toby Green at the higher price. Jeez, yeah, I saw that as well. That's what happened to Ghosty. He bought in Green for a higher price and then gets it. Shit scores like that. At least Neil's made me some money.
Yeah, not good. Oh, you do, I guess.
I was waiting for it. That's why I thought it was for me. Then I realised what happened there. I still remember Rookie trying to find... I'm sure I've done shit like that before as well.
That was one of the best trades I've ever made, Cause I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, man. I'm so confused. What's this about?
I'll give you this with Johnson, Redmond. Even I'm confusion.
Darren, Raptor had Sutherland. If you're not upgrading your side, if he's hold Sutherland, what is going on?
That man does not have commitment issues.
Definitely not. I would have pissed him off so far long ago. I wouldn't have had the, I don't know, the patience. That's why I'm not a doctor. Had TDK until the last minute, then heard O'Keefe played ruck only in the VFL. Actually, he looked all right as well, the guy that they actually got. He's 202 centimetre ruckman. He didn't really do a lot of ruck hit outs from what I was looking at. But again, I was on TDK watching him buff Goldie.
Yeah, I mean, I think people just read too much into any comments that were given around TDK going forward. And again, I don't watch the game, so TDK could have spent more time forward. But I don't know. We read so much shit into anything that's said online that it just, again, we've said it last night and we'll probably keep saying it until the end of season. You can read all the data, read all the reports. Sometimes it means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, no, honestly, totally agree. And that's why I was a little bit thrown off that pick as well with the ruckman coming in. And Cheese has said the crap we give each other in the other chats is top tier. And then Jason has said side's not looking too bad this week, but trading Roberts to Hardiman. What? You should have asked me first, Jace. That's wild. Not saying I would have saved you.
You probably would have gone, yes.
I would have gone, go McKercher. No, I don't know. What is this picture down below?
I just love the name. Did you just
I can't read.
Bring the laptop screen to your face?
Yeah. I had to look. Killer Pecker. If you had to upgrade Chera or McRae to Butters next week, who would it be? What?
McRae.
Yeah, definitely McRae.
If you had to do one of those, it's easily McRae.
Yeah, I'm getting thrown some questions that's making me question my life.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't trade out Chera. When we talk about the lab, we're talking about our cooking up a storm for our trade plan. So he says, I'm in the lab listening. He's a very good SuperCoach planner. Corey says, I have work tomorrow, but wanting to catch. Only working 4 hours. Yeah, they're very good. Oh, no, she's in the house. Go back and feed the baby. Cheese, oh, my God.
Geez, I don't think you're capable of being normal. I don't even know if you've spoken to a female before in your life.
Well, he's had a girlfriend before, apparently. So there you go. He's not a version of
I call bullshit. I call BS on that story. Your mum doesn't count, Cheese.
Oh, no. Anyway, Yoza says, Katie in the house. Oh, I'm waiting for Cheese to fire some shots before he goes to bed and bombs. Oh, look, he's actually got the Tim's got the Stewart hit. What are the odds you
That's
got
so good, Tim.
Look at
when did you get that photo of me, Tim?
How's your hip going? Is it okay? How's it going? How are we getting Butters and McKercher? You probably just go Butters if you're going for one. You're not fucking skipping Butters for McKercher. Yeah, as I says, wow, Brad doing really well to not read comments in advance. Oh, I can't scroll down all that way, or else I'll lose my comments. So it's not even on purpose. It's so fucking true. Causa says 99 would have been Nas. Oh, that's right. He's so true. That 99 was when they got absolute smashed. So yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to lean towards Nas on this one because if Nas goes 130, it's probably going to hurt me more than Butters going 130 at the price point.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, this is just when it comes to a full body workout. Yeah, that's the only thing I can multitask with. Do you remember the time where 50 Cent, what was it? Challenged Floyd Mayweather to read a book?
Oh, that was so long ago, wasn't it?
Was that Cat in the Hat or something? Or I don't know.
Yeah, it was like Cat in the Hat or some shit. It was some weird childhood storybook thing.
I'm pretty sure it would have been like a picture book at this point because me and Floyd are very similar. Yeah. I'm getting absolutely roasted. Maybe I shouldn't have jumped on, but I only did this because, he can barely. Yeah, I already went there. Fuck. He literally just proved my point by saying that. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to search this later, but I've forgotten.
That he's going to save it as his favourites. Put it in his favourites tab.
Yeah, probably. Katie,
Speaking
yeah, I
of.
can back. get out of the chat. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Rod, as you have some clout in the community, Brad, go fund me for a new beanie for Jonas. Okay. I've never actually had anyone ask me that sort of question before. That's funny as fuck.
You know what we should do? We should actually do a GoFundMe for Jonas and Cheese, just for clothes.
Oh my god! I actually, you know what I did in my YouTube channel the other day. Actually, it was a good idea because I was like, oh, it'd be nice to get actually better equipment. Blah blah blah. I put in this thing in a link. It's called a coffee me or something. So basically, it's what SC Masters do, where you can donate a coffee donation to your channel.
Yep.
So I'm like, yeah, for equipment that would help. I'd upgrade the computer. Blah blah blah. It saves a lot of time instead of doing it through here because, as you know, YouTube takes some of the shit. But whatever. Helps with the mic. I'm not looking at speaking into the laptop fucking speaker, and now I'm not recording in 480p either.
No, now we just get these bloody fairy RGB lights on your face.
Oh, because the mic. Yeah, I know.
You little princess.
I like it. It's very colourful. I left it on last night in the bedroom. Not like that. I
hope you left the glasses on.
If only you should have let me. Shrimp Pro Part 2. Shrimp. Anyway, PFP is Sheezel a potential hold shrimp? Yeah, probably a hold. Funnily enough, I actually don't like shrimp, like real shrimp.
There you go.
Rod says, Katie has confirmed that Brad is a sock man. Jonas is shattered. Wow. Definitely not. No.
Oh boy.
Oh, I've actually got to start doing members videos. I've been so flat out by doing just random live streams that it just hasn't been happening at the moment. Max says, Yaron, wow, the hearts. This always goes out of hand.
The fact that it was singular, one sock, concerns me.
The sock's only a size 2. Let's call it. That's even worse.
Oh, I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole.
Like the others did the other night. Tragic Gaming says, bro, Pedwa. Yeah, Pedwa was a hard choice. Like in your forward line, Pedwa was only the one hit. Or Clark down back, really.
Legit.
Yeah, the other little heart emoji. Rod, Yaron is a legend. Sick. Certified. I thought it said 6 certificate. Man. Anyway, thanks for keeping your shirt on. Yeah, did you see that in the stream?
In the stream?
Nah, Shorty's stream. I took me shirt.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. When you took your hoodie off, yeah.
Yeah, I think Shorty's eyes was terrified for a second on stream.
Oh, I thought he got excited.
I'll have to review it then if that's the case, and then I'll DM him. Said over T. Kirsch couldn't lace Harley's boots. Yeah, fair. So fucking happy I backed out of Crips. In all honesty, who are you picking? Like, if at Richmond, if you're asking me, like Kirsch or fucking Reid, I'm actually going Reid because I don't need another halfback flanker at Richmond.
Yeah, true.
I do think in saying that though, fucking Reed's definitely overrated.
Yeah, he's still very much overrated.
But yeah, there's a few overrated players, that's for sure. But even Sheezy is to a point.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of hype because there's a lot of potential there, but he's just. I think if he had the right role, it probably would be matched. But he's just had a hype from last season where he'd actually played pretty well, and now he's come in and pretty much done nothing all season.
The shit that annoys me about people talking shit about like a Dacos or particularly a Shees or a Rao, that they haven't taken a contested mark or they're not a contested possession player. It's like they might not be their best strength anyway. So who cares? I barely saw Dusty take fucking tackles in my side at Richmond because he'd always want the ball to be free so he could then do the offensive thing. Same with Shai Bolton, like the amount of times he wouldn't tackle just so he could be on the end of it when it did spill out. Like, I don't care. Like, the player's elite in every other facet. You don't need them to be that one thing that they can't do very well, and that's always criticised. It's like, fuck, they're just a good player anyway. Who cares?
Yeah, no, that's right.
Will you pick up Jezza late in the season at 400k, by the way? I thought I'd ask you this.
No, I will not.
Wow. How did I didn't watch much of the Cats game, to be completely honest. How did Tommy actually look? Did he actually look fully fit now at 100%?
Yeah, he actually looked like he was running around uninjured. He looked back to being Stewie.
Yeah, okay.
Like he took some really nice intercept marks.
Yeah, really so not nice proppy. Marks. Time on ground looked pretty good too. Yeah,
time on ground was good. Wasn't proppy. Like took contested intercept marks as well. Like and finished and landed and smoothed out the play. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, okay. I'm probably this is the thing. Like I can probably grab a Butters and a Nas, but I'm probably going to go value route just so I can upgrade my side a little bit faster. I've actually got a really good idea this week, but so happy I backed out of Cripps. I'm pretty sure Cripps just scored like a 60 odd. I think Setters was on him as well. I just didn't see a lot of Cripps at all.
63.
Yeah, that's shit. Even fucking Clark, the rookie, scored better.
Yeah. He even scored better than bloody Merrett. Not really. But Johnson did. Johnson scored better than Merrett. That's wild.
That's annoying. Yeah. Double Dummies as well, Yaron, the real super chat. Yeah, he is. He's a great legend of a lot of channels, actually, that he supports. So, yeah, absolutely. 100%. Good friend. Rod says, Sam Darcy, Harley Reid couldn't tie his boots. Yeah, says the guy with the dogs emoji fucking thing. Yeah, of course.
Makes sense.
Yeah, as it says, I'm no engine, trust me, and just did okay on crypto, and I like to show him pressure, and that's all. Yeah, he's a good lad, Yaz. Chase says Harley is better player. Harley is a better player. Yeah, it's a fair.
It's a big paragraph for you, mate. I know. Take your time.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's a fair assessment on what he's saying there. The readers can read that. Wait, what happens if... I won't say it, but what happens if you can't see? Like, surely... How did they click the sub button?
I don't know. Maybe they got the voice assistants where it reads out what's on the screen.
True. I wonder what Braille would be like if you were trying to look up a sneaky tab. Rod... Could you feel
I have a few ideas of what you could be feeling.
Rod says, nah, I cook a little helmet, bro. He cries about his little sock. CWT says, Kirsch is one position wonder. Oh, here we go. Harley can get the ball wherever he wants to go. Harley does too much, though. That's the only thing about Reid is Harley stick a tackle and then he'll give away a free kick after doing a good tackle. It's those little things that he needs to tidy up in his game, or he'll get pissed off with something that he doesn't need to be baited into because he's such a kid still.
Mind you, he'll get pissed off at something. The ball's 45 further down from him, and he's still trying to start a fight.
Fucking wild. You know who's actually really super impressive is actually Shewitt. Elijah Shewitt as a player is fucking super impressive.
He's going to be good. He's going to be great.
He's unreal. Aqua, Darren is a nice shout as a pod. Probably a bit past looking for value. Yeah, I actually like Durham as a pod because he had a 45 last week, so I was actually looking at that. But after his bye, I reckon. Cheese, halfback flanks, disgust me. Cheapest ball collection. Yeah, that is so true. Like, it's good for Supercoach.
Yeah.
Go on.
You definitely wore a helmet in that position, Cheese.
Literally. It's a it's good for Supercoach, but it's a boring watch, those sort of players.
Yeah.
Definitely taller than that. Oh, here we go. What's Katie saying? Bullshit. That is so untrue. That is the most bullshit thing ever. I've always got to move my
car and move the seat back every single time.
I was gonna say the opposite. I've got to move my seat forward every time I fucking get in her car because she's decided to. No, wait.
I've got to move my seat. Everything by saying.
I meant to say. I move my seat back.
You said what you meant. You can't go back now.
Oh my god. It's not what I meant. I'm not thinking tonight. Bergman,
as
actually like
any
Bergman.
other night.
Yeah, fun fact, that is true. Do you like Berg? I know Bergman's a disgusting pick. I actually do like it though.
Yeah, I do like him.
I think you can only pick one or two of these guys. I don't think you can pick fucking 4.
No. You got to limit it.
And don't look at Merrett score, CJC. I don't know. Probably as a non-owner, I'm probably just death riding him in terms of like just not going near him and hoping that Clarko fucks him up. But I wouldn't be gonna target him. No way.
Yeah, for sure.
But I didn't mean death riding. But you know what I mean? Like you just sort of go, nah, the position's probably not going to work for me. I'm not going to choose that risk reward this late in the season for Shees. It's like Whitfield. Like I'm a non-Whitfield owner, but I wouldn't go there yet.
Oh no, not at all. No, you're waiting. Probably wait until Callahan comes back, to be honest.
Yeah, fair. Well, Dazza says at least I've had a cat piss on my clothes in my room for at least a day once. I couldn't find which fucking clothing it was. And man, that shit stinks so bad when they don't get their litter cleaned 2 hours earlier than what you're meant to on their schedule.
They're spiteful little things, aren't they?
So annoying. Like no wonder other nationalities eat them. Jonas, if you spam, I can spam any of my comments. What? Do you reckon I'd actually go 1-2-1, 1-on-1? Who are you backing?
Wait, what was the question?
Who would you back, Jonas or Rod Todd?
Jonas.
So I've met Jonas. So I'm not sure what Rod Todd looks like, so I'd be a bit biased on this. I'm not sure. This is a good duo. This is why you're in the chat.
Yeah, that's the Nighthawk Dragon. What are you talking about?
Literally. Aqua says, tempted to blow a trade on Roberts. Do you reckon it's a little bit risky going like from a Roberts to a Kirch or a Shees down to a Kirch? Because I've seen that in the chats lately.
Yeah, I feel like Kirch is like since this, it's been a lot of downgrades to Kirch.
How are they going to finish their side, I guess, if that's the thing as well? Like, I'd rather have...
I don't think they're thinking that far ahead. I think they're just thinking it opens up cash and they'll use it somewhere else.
Because I'd rather Kirch at D7 and then hold Roberts and just try to loop those two players because stuff like that. Whereas now I've got to hold Roberts because my trade plans cook themselves.
Yeah, legit.
Causa says has North the week after with Hewitt. Yeah, that's right. We're talking about... That's how far behind I am with this fucking chat.
It's all right, mate. You're getting there.
Oh yeah, so he'll get the position change in round 18, by the way.
Oh yeah, true. Keep forgetting there's another DPP change.
So do I. CJ says I thought I was on for a huge week until some scores from Toby Green. Yeah, one will do it, won't it? Do you know when Redmond's back? If you probably wouldn't know, would you?
No. Nah, not a clue.
Fucking neither. Aqua says, I think
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Got you now. Yep. Nah. Now I know what they're talking about. Sometimes it's just, yep. I reckon Port Rookie holds his spot. It's hard to read Port Rookies, actually. They worry me more than any other fucking team, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, with Moraes, it's like he had a good game before bye and still copped the best, and this rookie was able to have a full run at it. So that probably, bodes well for his job security a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, what Moraes is a winger. Hugh Jackson's a mid. I don't know if he's an inside out. I'm pretty sure he's a midfielder, though, isn't he?
Couldn't tell you, to be honest. I didn't pay too much attention to him. I was too busy worrying about when Moraes is bloody going to get on.
Yeah, that was like me watching Day Weeks get on and then turn some free kicks against and all this other shit. But Day Weeks was just, again, it was a downgrade anyway, so I didn't really care. He reckons the rookies will hold, but this is a hard thing. It's so hard to know, isn't it? Projection for me is 2034. Did you say yours was like a 2196 or something?
Yeah, 2191.
Yeah, it's easy to tell the projections now that we've only got one game to play. Hazard says Johnson didn't play in defence causer. McCarthy surely plays next week, you'd think.
Surely.
Because he had something to do with personal issue why he didn't play this week. So it'll be interesting to see if he comes through the side. You'd think he would.
Hopefully not a sub. No, a mini, though.
Oh, fuck, yeah, who knows? You probably play him half forward, being a half back.
Could give him the good old Clay Hall treatment.
Yeah, all that. Dwyer Pod. I always say it wrong, but yeah, he was the one this week that. Like, how do you pick it? It's the Sheldrick of this week, I guess. His boy Ham says, where? Is that what reminds me of the fucking protein whey?
Yeah, I saw that and thought, like, gold standard?
Yeah, literally. Geez, heard Katie is in a doghouse for not buying any more gel for you this week, Brad. Is that true? Yeah, she is. Is that what you get? Surely that was not what you were getting for my birthday. Jesus.
Yeah,
Give me some.
sock.
Wow. At least it's not Diddy oil. Jeez, you're lucky I'm censored on YouTube, Rookie Coach. T-Mac. Sorry, Tim says, claiming you're reading in advance when... Wow. Yeah, literally. Yeah, I'd never read in advance. I can't even read what's in front of me at the time, so fuck. Max, is that going to go insane this week against Melbourne? I don't think so. What do you think?
I don't know. Like, there is a tag threat. Like, there's probably going to be some attention. Like, we thought Bont was going to go nuts this week against the Shamble Hawks, and look what happened. Like, just because you think it's going to happen doesn't mean it can happen. I mean, it could happen. Like, you never know. You could be 100% right there, but until the game's over, you don't really know. So.
No, I totally agree. She says Katie comes in the chat just to cook Brad. That's great. Yeah, and then everyone jumps in.
All right, give him a few minutes, guys. Just skips past.
I can't. Every time. They're just trying to get me cancelled here. And he says, by the time you read out this, good morning. Wow. They just know that I'm that far behind too. Brad shows you, no way I wouldn't have a stream anymore.
That's wild.
Wow. I don't doubt it.
Ben Keys is in there.
What? Ben Keys is in the chat? Oh, my God.
No, you fave tabs.
Oh, I thought you meant the real Ben Keys. I was getting excited then. Docherty and TDK and Cheryl was going to ride on Hewitt, but changed to McKercher last minute. Wow. Yeah, he's having a good week like you as well. He's still got Dacos and Petrarca, which will be in most people's sides as well.
Yep.
Everyone's laughing at Rod Todd's story.
There you go.
That makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised if they were cousins, hence this debacle of them going back and forth. Yeah, literally. Those LEDs were crazy work from JG.
100%.
Jonas, oh no, I'm not even going to bother. Katie, come on. Oh, fuck. Wow. So there'll be the sunshine out of it. But his mic sure does. Wow. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
getting roasted. It's a Sunday night roast, but not the one I wanted. So get in the kitchen. Anyway.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she's coming for me now.
Yeah.
Rod, can anyone actually confirm if Rod and Jonas are cousins? Because it sounds like they actually could be here.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Neither. Akko says, got to make the money worth somehow, Katie. Wow, okay. Multi-purpose mic. I'm getting roasted.
$20, $20.
Fair. Well, that's also true, but yeah. Well, the mic isn't brown, people, or I don't know what other colour it could be, but like I had to think then.
did.
Did the mic come with? Wow, there probably is a mic that would come with something like that, but not the one I ordered. Would you look at Crips if you got to 450k? Probably a silly question. You probably would, wouldn't you?
Depends where we're at. Like, if we've completed our team or he's like the last upgrade and you're really trying to stretch the cash out, maybe. But he wouldn't be my go-to option.
He's never averaged well against Essendon, so maybe this is the game people pick him up as M8 or M9.
Yeah, true. True.
I wouldn't mind whipping him and Merrett.
Yeah, true. Very true. I'm on DFS now. I can't see any updates for the CBA mix.
Yeah, okay. He might be talking about Merrett or maybe Cripper. I'm not sure.
I think it's still about Crip.
Jonas. This is so wild between those two. Jason says, love Stewie and want to bring him in. Heavy on the round 16 buy. Would you think about downgrading Neil or Merrett to him? Well, geez, probably not that. That's not the avenue I'd do it for. I'd probably just try to upgrade a rookie to him for an extra 100k.
Yeah.
All right, this is one I'm going to just ask, and then if there's any more Kobe, fucking McKercher and Docherty, I'll probably skip past. But if you had to pick one next week, who would you go?
Oh, probably Kobe. Colby.
I think Kobe too, just because of the versatility. So he could be a flex. He could then go to defence, then he could go to midfield and cover. I think that's the guy I'd go for for the DPP. I don't think I could hold out to around 18 and just play that role. Whereas Kirch, it feels like if they're playing Sheezel forward and midfield, it's Kircher, especially if Fisher gets dropped.
Agreed.
Causa, how it took a good mark, and then I saw that as well. I looked at the Wizard, but I don't think he's too inconsistent this season.
Yeah, I've had an eye on him. I've kept a little watch because I think he'd be a nice sneaky pod, but he just hasn't done enough to warrant it. He's just a bit inconsistent.
It's like Rioli as well. Daniel Rioli is a very similar boat as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Bergman been solid. I'd rather Tom Stewart for the same price.
Yeah, what's Bergman at?
Bergman was attending to
Tobias.
That's why he's got that defender midfielder status too. Like, I suppose if you're always tagging as well, you're going to be around the ball anyway. Those good players. That's what I was trying to read at. But
I don't know. It's just so hard though because he goes from like round 9, 104, round 10, 66, round 11, 104. Then he had his bye, and then he's come out and done a really good game. Like, what's to say he doesn't pop out another 60?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Good for the price. That's true too. But again, only maybe half of these might stick. Katie, I'm going to have to do some online shopping now. Yep. Wow, this is not even true. Jesus Christ. Wow, what is going on? I don't know how this is going to get monetized. I didn't even realize that was you. I was
welcome to my world of last night, trying to figure out how to monetize it.
Oh wow! Great. How come, Katie? How come you're not a member of my channel? I've got a membership on my channel. How come you're not a member? This could be supporting the channel to I don't know, baby formula and microphones.
I thought all your monetization just went straight to Hurricane anyway.
Oh yeah, right. Not all of it, no. It's got to help. It's got to go back into the channel itself and baby formula 50-50 split.
50.
I
like it.
Dazza says someone's still playing. Yeah, nah, fair enough. I was just taking the mickey out of this one, to be honest, Dazza. Oh, Jesus, don't you start chirping rookie coach. I'm going to cook you in the group chat later.
I'm waiting, mate. I'm waiting. I still haven't seen you pop up. Come on now. Don't be shy.
Literally. Max says, not going to lie, I was hoping to get Bont this week. I think I'll pass. Yeah, I'm probably going to wait now. Double Dummy says, Katie sounds like he needs some more. Wow. Would your missus ever make an account just to roast you on your channel?
Probably.
Yeah, it's... Oh, man. It's annoying
when the misso hears that we make content for a fantasy football game, yeah, they probably have all grounds to absolutely roast us.
Yeah, well, that's true. She just said to me tonight, not again, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, well, Jesus. What do you want me to do? It's a public holiday tomorrow. Anyway,
I make money, woman.
Literally, if your dishwasher answers back, no, I'm just kidding. Hey, she's been roasting me all night about a gel that I haven't used. I'd give you a backstory, but this channel is a SuperCoach channel, not a. Yeah, it's not as bad as actually. Anyway, the more I say it, the more it looks bad. So Double W says, "Love the content, Brad. Got to go. Good luck with your scoring players tomorrow, folks." Yeah, thank you. You too. Guess I'm in the doghouse.
That couch is looking real comfy.
Can you see the couch behind me? No, I'm on.
Oh, that's not the casting couch behind you?
Wow. Yes, it probably is at this point. I know the meme you're talking about too.
Yep.
Hunter says you should get Hippo in. Isn't he live right now?
What? Bullshit. Is he doing SuperCoach shit? Or is he doing Japan?
Yeah, is he in Japan?
Japanese.
Literally.
I'm having a sus.
Throwback to last
Oh, he
night.
actually is live.
What the hell? So we're going head to head with Hippo. Sorry, Hippo didn't realise you were on tonight. I would have invited for a three-way stream. Sorry, that was the dishwasher just opening the door there. The faces he pulls up. I think the community's getting to know me too much now. I'm a little bit worried. Corey says, so tough. Hugh Jackson. So this is the Port rookie and Johnson mids only is the issue. Who would you pick? I'd probably actually pick Johnson over Hugh Jackson just because I don't trust Ken. Or Scott. Fuck. Did you hear anything I just said?
No, I was full watching Hippo stream.
You're an asshole. You come on my stream and then you're watching Hippo.
I was sussing. What, go again?
No, it doesn't even matter. No, I was just saying, would you rather fucking Hugh Jackson or Johnson in the mids for the rookies? Who would you rather trust, Ken or Scott?
I don't even know if I can trust any of them, but I'm probably going maybe Jackson. Slightly.
Yeah. Maybe
Scott's,
Jackson.
You can't. Yeah, I don't know.
He's already had his buy as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Max says Chera Tog 70. That's because of the fucking Durham hit. Yeah, he would have been on a huge score, actually. So true. If he didn't get hit, what do you do? Yeah, so there's a team in the top 1K that's predicted 2279 this week. He has 21 playing and currently on 2107 with Gorn, Dacos, and Petrarca now to come. Wow, that's crazy. Shit. That is wild. Yeah, so do I. I genuinely forget that this is a SuperCoach channel. It actually just sounds like a bantering of bullshit. Meanwhile, Rookie's probably just watching Hippo still. That's wild.
I don't think it's ever gone red, though.
Has it? It's only gone blue and green, hasn't it?
I don't know. Move around your body, see if it changes colours.
I'm colourblind anyway, so there's colours I actually can't see.
There's always something special about you.
I can't, there's a few different colours that look the same to me, and I can't really tell the difference. And I only found this out a few years ago. There was a couch, and my mum was like, "Oh, just sit on your green couch." I was like, "No, it's blue." She's like, "No, it's not. It's green." So things like that, I had no idea about. Even t-shirts will be stuff that I'm not sure what colour it is, and yeah. Anyway.
Oh, this is probably why I have no sense of dress code, but that's all right.
Wow. This is. Fuck, I actually don't know. I think it's cream. Yeah, it's why I
think so hard about that.
It's why I struggled sometimes to read shit because I don't know, I can't explain, but you generally can't see some colours. Corey says the issue with the Wizard is he's talking about fucking Blakey. Oh yeah, lockdown with all the injuries. That actually makes a lot of sense. Maybe when Swans get a few backmen back, you grab the Wizard, but I think it's just too fucking risky.
Yeah, it's risky.
And he's backing up the same thing Cheese is. Yeah, agreed. Mills could help him. That's also... Mills wouldn't play fucking lockdown, though. Mills is like 6'2", 6'1".
Yeah, I don't know if Mills helps him too much. I just don't think the Lizards the pick this year.
No. Myers is a good pick, actually. I like him in wet weather.
He's a good shout. He's a good shout.
Hawks, you're generally considering Witt down to Kirch. I don't think this is the play. I think I'd rather have him as a spare. Wow, I'm so confused. That's crazy shit. I've never even seen this guy in the chat. He said that.
These guys are now just shook.
Wow. Yeah, it must be true because look at the comment. That's crazy work. Well, there we go, lads. We've just confirmed something. Unless this guy's trolling. Oh well, I didn't miss the boat on this. Did you miss the boat on Caldwell? You couldn't have loaded up on that round.
Purposely missed. Yeah, I couldn't load up on round 16, so I had to.
Yep, I thought so. I thought maybe it was the title of your name that's why you skipped him. So good. It's funny because I did that too, so I knew exactly where you were going with that as soon as the silence hit. Where are all the Twitter group chats? Did I miss a beat? It's a hard one. I've only got a couple that actually responded, to be fair.
Yeah, and they're probably never going to see the light of day. Let's be honest.
The others I just mute. Will you give a clue?
Yeah, we're going full FBI detectives now with this abdominal. There you go, cracked.
Wow, is actually legit. Jonas still playing it off like it's not true.
Jonas, I don't know this man.
It's me. This is so good. And he's like, here's your pin code.
It's your dad. It's your dad.
Like Jerry Springer all over again.
Oh, what a show.
That was a good show. My missus loves it. She still sends me like TikToks about it.
You know what? When we first met, I thought I recognized you from somewhere.
Probably would be in one of those situations where it's like you're not the dad, Brad. And I'm like, wow, I don't have a third. $20 on net along. Who are you picking for tomorrow's game? Best on? I reckon it'll be Gorn. Best on.
Yeah, probably Gorn.
Gorn or Dacos. In saying that, I still don't mind trading out Gorn.
Is Maynard still out?
Fuck, who's she?
Exactly. Because if he's still out, I reckon Houston's shout.
Oh, Houston would have been a good pick this week too, actually. Houston v Tommy Stewart. I think my money's on Tommy Stewart though as a bit of a cheap downgrade. Well, I mean, to finish off your F6. I'm getting roasted about shrimps and all sorts. Did you trade Weber? Yeah, can't believe it, mate. Oh my god. Yeah, Weber scored a 75. Akka rookie coach sacked from the panel. Why did you get sacked?
Sacked from the panel? What the fuck?
Oh, because you got caught lacking watching Hippo.
Can't sack me from the panel. I'll sack you, bro. I'll give you a very similar. You don't want to know what Nando felt like? Because I'll give you one.
Oh shit! That's got to be your background thing now in your team review.
I need it. I'm gonna do that right now as we go through this.
I don't know how you do that. You've got to. I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I don't even know how you did that thumbnail the other night.
Magic, mate.
I feel like I've been asked this question a couple of times. What's your thoughts on this?
All right, what we got? Upgrade your flex 23rd player to a semi-pro. Oh, I think I don't even think it's really an option. I think we kind of have to do that. Like, I think your 23rd is going to be a value pick.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other option at the moment.
I tend to agree. I reckon it's bang on. Aqua says take oh no, oh my god. Definitely take the VC. I know it's taking the Mickey. Hawksy says feel like Johnson has less sub risk considering. Yeah, okay, that's interesting actually. I didn't really think of that. Maybe he is the play, Clark. Yeah, are they both on the bubble? I'm gonna have to look at that. They're going to be on the bubble next week. But the issue is, what's his name? Johnson will have his bye, whereas the Port Adelaide guy, what's his name?
Jackson,
he's already had his bye, so at least he plays throughout the byes when you need best 18. He could come in handy because you only need it for a downgrade. You don't need it for anything else.
Exactly.
These chats are getting wild. Perkins been subbed off is really funny. Wow, okay. That was for Wicks as well.
Yeah, of all people too.
Yeah, and he did look good apart from that. Oh, that's what fucked his score too. Jonas says okay. Wow. Jeez. Yeah, I couldn't believe that happened when I saw that. I thought that was fucking wild. Yazza says, I heard rumors you were all... Oh, sorry. I'm getting roasted by everybody. That's amazing tonight. Yeah, anyway, Joel says, G'day fellas, how we going? Yeah, good. I'll probably get out of here shortly anyway. I'm pretty cooked. I'm pretty tired. How you feeling?
Oh, mate, I'm pinging off at my Red Bull.
Oh, wow. I couldn't believe I actually numerically knew how many meals was in it too, just because of my work.
Impressive.
Very. It's the only thing I can do impressive, apparently. Hawksy, I'm missing the family reunion. Every time we do a stream together, whether it be after dark or just a random one like tonight, it's always like something random happens in the segment.
Well, that's what I mean, though, is like outside of after dark, we don't really plan shit.
No. If I see someone in the chat, I'll just, do it. Because like, if I send the link at 10:30 p.m., I don't expect anyone to read it in my group chats anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what? Before we do go, you've got the same sort of players I've got left as well, don't you? So you've got 4 to play.
Yeah. So I have Dacos, Gorn, Track, and Lindsay.
Oh, okay. Dacos gone. Who's my differential then? I've got Petrarca gone and Lindsay.
Yeah, so I got Dacos, you don't.
So that's only a difference.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. You should definitely move up in the ranks for sure. But yeah, anyway, It is midnight or past that. So I'll read these last couple ones and we'll get out of here. But hopefully, you see yourself. What do you reckon you'll be in this week? Top 2K?
No, I dropped down to
8 something.
What did I drop down to? I think I'm around the 8K mark. Well, I'd probably say I'm out 8.4 at the moment. So I've just been going up and down from the 6K mark. So I reckon I'll bounce back up to maybe the 6K mark again, maybe the 5K. And I just need to keep going up instead of doing this 6 to 8, 6 to 8. Because I've done it now for like 3-4 weeks.
Oh, yeah, it's annoying as.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, I'll read this last one from Cheese because the other guys are having their family reunion in the chat. He says, I'm off, take care of the old shrimp boys and have a snooze later, lads. But yeah, thanks for jumping in last second in the chat there and enjoyed the little whatever it was. But yeah, I'm sure we'll do our team reviews tomorrow. I'll actually be able to fucking do one on a Monday for once too. And then we've got a short turnaround with the footy being on a Monday.
Sure do.
All right, if you don't already know where to check out Rookie Coach, aka Josh, it's you give yourself a plug, go for it, mate. I'm sure they know where to find
you.
you.
It's just Rookie Coach AFL, nice and easy. Come say hi.
Definitely. That's where the content is at as well, and you see us on After Dark on Saturday nights when we're both available for that. So again, thanks everyone for jumping in for a random segment, and we'll catch you on the next.
Peace.